performance evaluations, other things that you really might want to have if you're going to get canned. And he posted a link to it on an internal Twitter messaging channel. Twitter took it down and fired him, he says.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. You would have fired him?
Yeah. What? No, I've run a business for a very long time. This is the last thing I would accept. Especially if it is, it's considered confidential information. However, National Labor Relations Board, the rules are fairly pro-employee, so we'll see what happens with the
NLRB.
Thank you.
Well, it may be Milk's favorite cookie, but it's not Twitter's favorite cookie. Oreo has, the maker Mondelez has pulled its ads off of Twitter, citing hate speech. So this is just one more high-profile either company or celebrity or something like that to pull off of Twitter since Tesla CEO Elon Musk took over.
That's the start. I'm looking at later on into a story about Twitter and Musk and his business plan. It's not just 7,500 people, 50% of the workforce. There's a lot more to it. And I'm willing to bet that this is just the start. And by the way, 9 o'clock I'm going to talk about Twitter. It's interesting stuff.
Do we have to do this next story?
No, we can see.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Of course, everything's going to wild.
Now it's Casey Anthony.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you.
There is a woman who allegedly sold a $30,000 Jaguar cub to a man in Riverside who has been charged. She was accused of illegal selling this cub. The guy in Riverside County ended up reselling the cub. Remember, we did this story, and now it's just talking about the charges against her finally. But the cub was ultimately abandoned. It now is, though, it was taken into protective custody, so that the cub's going to be okay. But, yeah, according to the indictment, the woman sold the guy in Riverside County the cub in 2021 for $30,000. Then he ended up dumping the cub, and anyway, that's just bizarre all around. You're out that big of an investment?
Look at the Buddy Trail. Okay, $30,000 for that cub, which actually grows into an adult and eats people. That's the size of it. So she sells it for $30,000 to someone, who then turns around and sells it for $20,000 to someone. Okay, there's a great business decision. And who abandons it and just sucks up the $20,000. These are business people. These folks went to Wharton School of Business, I guarantee you.
Oh, I hope that's eggnog in your pants. A man is charged with robbery after he tried to steal some hairbrushes from a store, which he put in his pocket, and a bottle of eggnog that he stuffed down his pants. Also, he's charged with failing to identify himself. When the police came and said, "Who are you?" he said, "I plead the fifth." But here's the thing, Bill, put on your lawyer hat. He was wanted already for a probation violation. Now, I'm going to make the argument that if revealing your name will result in officers discovering that you're wanted, you do have a Fifth Amendment right not to give them your name.
But it's not hard to track someone down.
No, they took them no time at all
unless
to find out who he was.
Right. You can take DNA. They have the right to do that. You can't argue the fifth. There's all kinds of case law. They can get handwriting samples, and you can't do anything about that. They can take fingerprints. They can take blood. So in the end, they're going to find out who you are. But I think you can take the fifth. I agree with you.
I'm saying I don't think they should be charging him.
No.
For failing to identify him.
No. All right, guys. Done. Coming up, Alex Stone, ABC News correspondent, live in Phoenix. What's going on in Arizona, one of the battleground states, and we'll talk to Alex just coming up. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
We'll help you figure it out. It's kind of what we do.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live
iHeartRadio app.
Still not over the finish line. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The race to become the next mayor of LA remains tight.
Rick Caruso and Karen Bass have both signaled that it could be days before the election is finalized. Bass headlined a party at the Hollywood Palladium Theater last night. She confidently told her supporters she'd come out on top.
When we win, we have to begin again. We have to begin our efforts again because together we want to have a city hall that serves all the people.
Caruso thanked his supporters at a party at the Grove. He says his campaign has been about people who feel left behind and unheard. Blake Trolley, KFI News.
Caruso has a lead of nearly 3% with 44% of the votes counted. News is brought to you by WDC Kitchen and Bath Center. Former Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna has taken a significant early lead in his bid to become LA County Sheriff. Early results showed Luna with nearly 60% of the vote, while current Sheriff Villanueva had roughly 40%. Former Long Beach Police Chief Luna has thanked his supporters at a party in Long Beach last night and highlighted rising crime in LA County.
We need partnerships. We need collaboration to reduce crime.
Luna currently owns more than 58% of the votes cast at 619,878. Villanueva has more than 41% of the votes at 439,542. One person's been killed, 3 were saved, and 2 others were missing in Ontario when stormwaters hit a homeless group living in a wash.
Witnesses saying that they saw 6 individuals being swept away.
Ontario spokesman Dan Bell says the wash is designed to keep floodwaters out of communities.
All things, unfortunately, including these homeless individuals, were swept about and taken down to the basin.
He says Swiftwater teams used divers to navigate the dangerous waters yesterday to find survivors.
The wash is doing its job. We've already sent for folks to be living in there, and we had hoped that they would not be in there.
Bell says the design of a wash makes it difficult for a person trapped in rushing waters to escape. Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Authorities have lifted the mandatory evacuation order for 25 homes in Duarte. The evacuation order was canceled at around 10 last night. Debris and mud flow did not happen in the fish fire impact area, despite the heavy rains and strong wind gusts yesterday afternoon. The president of the LA Police Commission says he wasn't very happy to learn retired LAPD Captain Corey Palka may be involved in providing confidential information to former CBS executive Les Moonves about a sexual harassment claim filed against Moonves.
It is beyond outrage, and I would suggest that it's probably criminal, but I'll leave that to the state attorney general.
William Briggs says the actions of Palka are examples of cronyism and corruption that have no place in the LAPD. Briggs has ordered the Inspector General to do a complete review of how the LAPD has handled similar complaints. Well, the only hotly contested Senate race that we have an outcome of right now, it is 48 to 48, by the way, Republicans and Democrats, when it comes to control of the Senate, is the race for Democrat John Fetterman. He is projected to be the next senator of Pennsylvania, beating out his Republican opponent, Dr. Mehmet Oz.
I never expected that we were going to turn these red counties blue, but we did what we needed to do, and we had that conversation across every one of those counties.
Fetterman will succeed Republican Senator Pat Toomey. Fetterman led by more than 1 percentage point with about 90% of expected votes reported. Days before he won the primary, Fetterman had a stroke, which limited his ability to campaign for months. Facebook's parent company says it'll lay off 11,000 employees. ABC's Mark Remillard says Meta lost ad revenue when companies like Apple imposed stricter privacy settings.
The layoffs account for about 13% of the company's workforce. This summer, Meta posted its first quarterly revenue decline in history, then followed that by another bigger decline in the fall.
Meta is also facing stronger competition from popular social media platforms like TikTok. We'll get a look at your drive with VKFI and the Skybuckers to Sports with Wayne.
The new college football playoff rankings are out, and both USC and UCLA are included in the top tier. The Trojans hold the number 8 spot. The Bruins are at number 12. That championship game, whoever is in it, will happen here in LA at SoFi Stadium. In hockey, the LA Kings are in a freeway heat for second place in the Pacific Division after beating the Minnesota Wild 1-0. The Ducks get their turn against the Wild at 7 o'clock tonight. And it's going to be a Crypto.com clash as the Lakers and Clippers go head-to-head tonight at 7 live on AM 570 LA Sports. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports.
If you're dealing with the agony and frustration of chronic knee or hip pain, let me recommend the Nano Clinic. They've revolutionized minimally invasive knee and hip replacement surgery. Their Marjorie went for her knee replacement surgery. They're walking 30 minutes after the procedure. I mean, I saw it happen. I was there. You go home within 2 hours. The Nano Clinic works with most PPO health insurance providers. Call for a PPO insurance verification. Set up a consultation. Call 800-780-NANO, 800-780-NANO. Visit nanoclinic.com.
Taking a look at your KFI financial report, the Dow is down 203, S&P down 23, NASDAQ down 94, and the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $5.45. SoCal weather from KFI, partly cloudy this morning with still the chance of a rain. As of today, we'll just be in the mid-60s. Now we should warm it up a little bit as we head into Friday, into the weekend. That's when temperatures should be in the mid-60s to right at 70. We do have a Santa Ana event coming in Friday into Saturday, but because of all the rain that we've had, the fire danger should be pretty low. Right now it is 50 in Brea, 46 in Westlake Village, 51 in Downey. Let's get a look at your drive with VKFI in the sky and Jeff Bob checking out the 5 through Norwalk.
We need a partner.
Oh, sorry about that, Jeff.
Yeah, we do need a partner.
Yes, we do.
Good morning. Boy, it's sunny. It's gorgeous. But before I tell you about the 5, I just want to caution you. Yes, it's beautiful out here, but everything's still wet, so you really got to watch yourself on off-ramps and transitions. You can get in trouble. Now, coming up from Buena Park here, North 5, yes, it's slow from around Valley View up towards the 605. There was a problem right around Florence. That's just before 605. In the reconstruction of this section of the 5, they built in enormous center dividers, and for this purpose, boy, it's wonderful. So everything got moved over to that huge area. So a little slow, but moving along. I want to assure you, due to yesterday's storm with the Arroyo Stateco Parkway shut down, and in the San Fernando Valley between Pacoima and Burbank, the 5 at Sheldon, that's all clear. The only thing is of the South 5 at Sheldon, the right lane approaching the off-ramp is still shut down. Everything else is open, so just a little slow going through. Now over the 91 right now, it had word of a problem westbound around the 110. I'm coming up on it right now, and nothing here. Everybody's moving along. It's a little slower down to the 7, but I think you'll be okay. And if you had to drive the Cajon Pass yesterday, my goodness, that had to be an experience to remember, but right now it's pretty good. Coming out of Sperry, going down to Ontario, it's a little slow on the downhill side, but not too bad. Jeff Bach, KFI in the sky.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Are you worried about your financial future as retirement gets closer? All over the country, soon-to-be retirees are fearing for their financial future as markets remain volatile. Bishop Gold Group helps you invest in gold and gold IRAs to protect your wealth and retirement during times of high inflation and wild swings in the market. Secure your future today. Contact Bishop Gold Group by dialing #250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold, or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
Call Service Champions for an $88 precision heater tune-up, or visit servicechampions.com.
For all your AC and plumbing problems, call NextGen at 833-3NEXT, 833-3NEXT.
KFI. More stimulating talk.
An iHeart radio station.
Today, the part of Bill Handel will be played by Bill Handel. I'm in his Handel show. What do you expect? And now, here's Bill Handel.
KFI AM 640, Bill Handel, 640, Bill Handel here. It is a Wednesday morning, November 9th. Some of the bigger stories we are covering on a local level. Karen Bass and Rick Caruso, Neff Mayor, LA County Sheriff, the race, Robert Luna, former chief of Long Beach PD, life aside from the Reva, and we go through the propositions, which ones pass, and no surprise, but it's California. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Alex Stone is ABC News correspondent and also reports for us, gives us some terrific analysis, is live in Arizona, in Phoenix. Alex, Arizona is one of the most interesting states, and it's one of the bellwether states. And so let's talk about what's going on, what's happening, and what looks like it's going to happen.
Yeah, so the counting is going on right now. Even though everybody was warned, it was probably going to take a week maybe to know the results here.
I think there's still some shock and some disappointment in Arizona that folks aren't getting up this morning and saying, well, this person won or that person won. And then it's going to be a while. Maricopa County, home of Phoenix, saying that hopefully by Friday night they'll have 95% of their ballots counted, and then the rest will be next week. And maybe at 95%, then projections can be made on who the winner is, but actually waiting to get everything counted, and based on where the numbers are right now, all of the races are really, really close for governor, senate, attorney general, secretary of state, where you couldn't project anything. And I mean, they are neck and neck, and Carrie Lake, the Republican running for governor, I mean, she told her supporters last night, just hang on. She sounded a little defeated since she came out of the GOP party, that typically she's fairly loud and enthusiastic and whatnot, but she said this.
We're going to be patient, guys. We're going to wait.
You know, the one thing, be patient, telling everybody, and being at the party last night, the GOP party, I think that, a lot of folks arrived there thinking that this was going to be the big Republican comeback in Arizona. That 10 years ago, this was a red enclave, around California and around New Mexico, that it was solidly red here. That is not the case any longer. That this is very much purple state now. Both senators are Democrats. Democrats have been gaining in the state legislature and elsewhere. And there were a lot of real MAGA folks in the crowd wearing stuff and yelling things at us and the media. That they felt like this was going to be the red tsunami, if not in the U.S., but in Arizona. Clearly not that.
Yeah, a couple things about her I think that makes one of the more interesting governor's race is I saw a news video clip of her pointing to the news
oh yeah, she called us bastards.
Right,
the
she
other
said,
day.
you bastards. And then also, she was the only one I know, and maybe I'm wrong, running for governor or senate or house, that outright said it's going to be a rigged campaign, a rigged election. I mean, some are saying it's going to be recount, etc. But straight out, especially if she loses, is she still going in that direction?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the part. If she loses, because she says she wants a fair and transparent election, and asked what that means. If you win, will it be fair and transparent? And she doesn't really answer it. But if she loses, it will not be fair and transparent. So does winning make it fair and transparent now? Is that what an election is? That it's only fair if you win and on your side? And she's incredibly charismatic. Look, she was a news anchor on the Fox affiliate here in Phoenix for many, many years. She knows how to work a camera. She knows how to, she'll bite your head off. She goes, hi, what's your name? Where are you from? You say, hi, I'm Alex, ABC News. Oh, hello, Alex, from ABC. She'll call you by name, and then, raw, get right into you and, say you're horrible at what you do. And that's very much the playbook of Donald Trump. And, I mean, even into the speeches. I covered Trump 2016 during that election cycle, and it was the same thing every campaign stop, and she did it last night. She did it at all of her campaign stops. Everybody in the room turn around and boo those people back there to the media. I mean, it's word for word and very much in line with him. But she did say this, that they told them they're going to win.
Guess what? We are going to win this. We are going to win this.
We don't know that yet, and I mean, they had the balloons, the red, white, and blue balloons up in the ceiling ready to drop in a victory celebration last night. They're still up there right now. They could not declare victory. We wondered if she was going to come out with the other candidates and claim that they had won last night. She didn't do that. It was too early on. At that point, it looked like maybe they weren't going to win. We still don't know because Democrats in all of the races right now are slightly ahead. But it is tightening. A lot of votes still to count. But last night, there were a ton of folks attending the party at about 2 a.m. going, what do we do? They had MC coming out saying, don't leave, have another drink. It's not like a bad wedding at the end, where like your uncle's drunk in the corner and they're playing YMCA and nobody else is coming out. Blake Masters was a no-show. He never came out on stage. Mark Fincham, the Secretary of State candidate, he never showed up to come out. They came out for about 30 seconds to say, hey, it's not over yet. But people kept hanging out and then finally went, well, like 1, 2 in the morning, I guess we're done, and they went home. And I'm assuming that the Democrats just had Red Bull, right?
Well, the interesting that over there, they didn't have a lot of huge media interest in their party because everybody was in the Republican Party, and so they were kind of quiet over at the Roundhouse Hotel in downtown Phoenix. And Katie Hopkins came out early and pretty much said, look, remember she's the Secretary of State in our election. She said, we don't know. And
Alex, thank you. I'm sure the next few days we're going to have a lot more information. All right, coming up, the California election results. Maybe proposition. No surprise, but I want to go through them, and we're going to talk about some other things other than the elections coming up throughout the show. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones Lee live in Tampa. Where are you?
So it's more about politics right now. We still don't know which party controls Congress the day after the midterms, but NBC News declared the House a toss-up for the time being, noting several races have yet to be counted. The U.S. Supreme Court is hearing a case today over federal requirements that give preferences to Native Americans in the placement of Native American foster care children. An Academy Award-winning actor Sean Penn is gifting his Oscar to Ukrainian President Zelensky as a symbol of faith to get through the war with Russia. We'll get a look at your drive with EKFI in the sky and the crash on the 405 in just a moment.
If you're looking to sell your house, you've been holding on because property values are exploding, so why sell? Well, it's gone the other way. Property values are dropping, so maybe it's time to pull the trigger. Now, I'm going to suggest you don't list the house, because when you do list it with a broker, you pay 6%, and you're told to clean and paint and repair, and then you have prospective buyers walking through. The house has to be spotless. Negotiations, long escrow, none of that happens with directbuyers.com. Those 6%, no painting, no cleaning, you can be at home nobody cares. Directbuyers.com to buy your house for cash within 10 days or less. They'll give you a fair price, give you an honest, no obligation offer, even a $15,000 cash advance before closing to help with your move. And they'll never lowball you. Go to directbuyers.com. Call 844-242-SELL, directbuyers.com.
SoCal weather from KFI. Partly cloudy with a chance of showers this morning, then mostly sunny this afternoon with highs just in the 60s. This report is brought to you by News Nation. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places like right to the crash on the 405.
Well, just a bad one. Now, the section of the 405 that I'm talking about is what we call the South Bay Curve. In other words, between the 105 and the 110, almost right in the middle. We're spinning around this right now. South 405, Asphalt Teaser Boulevard, got the left lane block, center divider activity, and right shoulder activity. No official help on the seat here yet. CHP Freeway Service Control really used your help here. Little blue cross sitting sideways and people out of their vehicles. Very dangerous thing, that's for sure. The South 405 is backing up very quickly now, south of the 105. Doesn't take much. And northbound, boy, it's always a slow drive coming up from the 110, but everybody's looking across to see what's going on. Again, no help on the scene. I'm sure when somebody gets here to help, they're going to block more lanes. So again, south of this, pretty good drive down to Long Beach, so just be heads up. And we're going to head up to the 210 Roseby. Another bad crash there. More coming up. Jeff Vlog, AFI in the sky.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 5 and 8 p.m. Pacific. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us. This report is sponsored by Vanguard University in Orange County. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or nursing degree in the classroom or online at Vanguard University, ranked as a top 10 university in the West by U.S. News and World Report for 12 consecutive years. At Vanguard, your story matters. Visit vanguard.edu to learn more. This holiday, whether you're missing a Ralph's Simple Truth Turkey for 40 or a Murray's Baked Brie for 2, Ralph's has fast, fresh delivery and free pickup, so you can make holiday meals that bring you all together to create memories that last. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on over the $35 and more restrictions may apply.
And right now, you can save when you shop for Faves. Just buy 6 or more participating sale items and save 50 cents each with your card. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. The magic of Christmas, the season of light, starring the Young Americans is back. Show dates are December 9th through the 18th at the beautiful La Mirada Theater. This show features holiday music from around the globe, amazing costumes, and a giant light wall that has beautiful images. This is an all-new show that features favorite moments from Christmas shows past, new musical numbers from holiday present, and a magical tease that the Christmas show is yet to come. It's something magical for everyone in the family. The kids will be talking about this show for years. The tickets go to youngamericans.org. Youngamericans.org.
Sometimes the best predictor of the future is the past. I'm Michael Akiva, managing partner for Jacoby & Myers. Since 1972, Jacoby & Myers has won over $1 billion for our clients with serious auto accident injuries. We're proud of our past and proud to win big for you today, so you can have a better tomorrow. Jacoby & Myers.
Hi, members. Wow, you're proud and save on 365 by Whole Foods Market organic frozen whole turkey at just $2.49 per pound, and frozen whole turkey at just $1.49 per pound through December 31st. While supplies last. Shop in store or online. Terms apply.
The experts at Damco have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out. AA, CS, check engine light on, we'll check it for free. All of this just feeding the beast and cutting the cost of the regulations.
There's too many rules, too many regulations, too much of everything. We've created an absolutely insane system. All these worm-headed bureaucrats creating all kinds of rules and restrictions. John and Ken, they made it impossible to build anything at a decent price and new equipment. We use it too on JMR. KFI AM 640. Bill Handel here. Wednesday morning, November the 9th. And it's going to rain again. Today's supposed to rain through today. Yesterday was 40 when I came in. I need a weather report, Jennifer.
Yes, it's a lingering shower possible. Otherwise, it looks like we should have sunshine, and then it'll go into tomorrow. Sunny, we do have a Santa Ana wind event, though, coming in Friday into Saturday. Sucks. Thanks to all the rain that we have had. It really doesn't look like there's any fire danger to accompany it.
Thursday, everything's wet. That's a lot of water. I want to talk a little bit about politics. I know you talk a lot about it, but it's particularly interesting this time around. And I've said this over and over again. If you notice, if you've been voting for a while and you pay attention to what's going on both locally and nationally, particularly nationally, it's always the most important election in the history of the United States since George Washington first became president. It's where Americans are going to go, and you have to go out there and vote. And if you don't, America's going to fall apart. It doesn't matter which side you're on. And so this time around, it's actually particularly important, certainly on a national level, and I'll get into that. California, you know, we're a Democratic state. We are a safe state. That's why you never see national figures running here for any of the office. You see local people like Jerry Bass, running for mayor, which they're neck and neck. That's what's kind of interesting, although they have effectively the same cost. So I'm going to go through a few of the races, both in terms of the propositions, what we do in California, and interesting when you look at the propositions. The history of the propositions are fascinating. The propositions were allowed in California because the legislature was so corrupt. And so the people of California have been given the power to proposition on the back. Turn around and propositions are so corrupt. And the only thing we get is effectively the legislature relative to propositions, because everybody who puts propositions on the ballot are all a bunch of liars. And it's true. And they make up the campaign names and what the propositions are going to do, and you never know what the hell's going to happen, especially when you look at the minutiae, the language of the proposition. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what happened. Governor's race, shocker. Newsom won by 59-41 against Brian Dahl, the Republican. Does anybody know who the hell Dahl is? Of course not. We've never heard of him. I'm super surprised he got 41%. And I think a lot of people just voted the political line, just Democrat versus Republican. Newsom didn't even debate. He didn't even run. He just sat back and just went to other states and ran for governor. It just didn't bother, and still just nailed him. Why? Because it is such a Democratic state. The legislature supermajority on both sides. Where do you go with that? Bonda, right? Rob Bonta won by 59%-41. The same thing. Nathan Hochman. Who the hell is Nathan Hochman? Of course you don't know. And you don't know. You do know who Rob Bonta is because Bonta was appointed Attorney General by Newsom and then is now running on his own. He wouldn't even debate. He didn't even bother. Why? Because he didn't have to. And the state assembly, right? It's all Democrat who win for the most part, except when you have little pockets of Republicans, particularly up in the Central Valley, which is rather conservative. But I mean, these are little towns, you know, that have 6 people in it, and they're all Republican. And then you have Los Angeles, which has, 4.5 million people, and it's heavily Democratic. Orange County, cities of Orange County, which used to be super conservative, now it's a purple county. So it's a win all the way around to the Democrats. But I do want to spend a couple of minutes talking about the propositions, because even though there's no surprise, they're very California. And let me go through that right now. Prop 1, the fight, and it wasn't even a fight about the abortion laws, right? California has forever been abortions been allowed because in our Constitution we have a right to privacy, and abortion comes out of the right to privacy. Well, California went a step further, saying forget about the right to privacy. Remember Roe v. Wade sort of took that away when it was when abortion was effectively eliminated under the right to privacy. Abortion is no longer a constitutional right. All right. So California, we passed a proposition that says, how about this one, you Supreme Court? We're going to make abortion rights part of our Constitution. Undo that one, people. And they might, because you've got conservatives that are going, not only who are thrilled about Roe v. Wade, but actually are asking for, and there are plenty of congresspeople and senators asking for anti-abortion law federally, where it becomes illegal federally to perform an abortion. That is a problem. But in the meantime, California is pro-abortion to the point where the Constitution has been amended, and the opponents, and guess who is the primary opponent here? The Catholic Church, what a shocker, and other religious groups. Okay, then we have Prop 26 and Prop 27. And
Christmas lights up. They got the wreath there. Look at that.
Hardworking family and great family.
That's right. And he's beat me to the Christmas punch. Sucks, right? Well, that's gonna be first this weekend. Huh? That guy's taking a step ahead of me. Wow, look at that intersection.
The guy that they were talking to is like holding back the tears the whole time. I mean.
Yeah. It's a rough, crazy night for that dude. You know, they got a brand new truck they just picked up, what did he say, 3 days ago or 3 weeks ago? Something like that.
Yeah, it was like, what he said, they had to save up $5,000 just for the down payment.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a brand new truck, and, you know, they're working really hard, and it's really hard-earned money there.
That's, yeah, all this equipment's okay in the back, it looks like it. It's fine, but, man, now he's got to find another truck. His dad's probably shaken up, his mom's probably hysterical, the dog's useless, the whole run. Just trying to get by in the city of L.A. And then craziness hits your doorstep, And it happens to a lot of people, a lot of crazy people. All right, if we have any more of that chase, we'll have it. We'll throw it up there on the air here. But man, what a chase! I can't tell you enough times. You got to see the highlights of it tonight on your local TV news. It was unbelievable, unreal. I've been watching chases for, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 years in LA, and I can't remember one that has so much mischief attached to it, so many accidents, and so many personal stories at the end, where these local stations got right out and interviewed the people who had their trucks stolen. One guy had his van stolen. He spent the day at, let me check my notes, Knott's Berry Farm. He mentioned that 12 times. Knott's Berry Farm. He was at Knott's Berry Farm all day. And then he had his van stolen. Then the guy he effed that man up, so he stole that dude's truck. His dad and his brother and himself, they're all landscapers. Now they can't go to work tomorrow. They're supposed to go to work tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, he said. Can't do it. So, anyway, crazy night here in Southern California. All right, let's get back to some news here, right? And some, at least trying to be normal here. There was the gas station. This is interesting. Hold on one second here. The Powerball. Okay, here it is. The Powerball winnings. Somebody had all 6 numbers at this Altadena gas station.
Such an exciting day. Someone out there is holding a piece of paper
worth $2.04 billion.
Worth a bit over $2 billion. Let's take a listen from the owners of...
All right, it's at Joe's Service Center in Altadena, which is near the, where the 210 and the 134 come together.
$2 billion. Somebody bought it right here at Joe's Service Center.
Wow.
A very important piece of paper this morning worth $2.04 billion. That's $2.04 billion. That person needs to keep it safe. We will not know who they are until they come forward. But we have a second record to talk about today, and that's California Lottery raised more money than ever thanks to one growing jackpot. California Public Schools. That's $156 million for our public schools. So we have a lot of winners today.
Good luck, kids.
We're really excited to be with the Joe Service Center, and congratulations.
Joe's Service Center, right? I like that guy. Simple man. Named his service center after him, after his first name. Joe's Service Center.
Joe, Danny, how do we feel? Joe Talbot has been in business here for 20 years. How are you guys feeling today?
It's really surreal. There's no one else that deserves it harder than this man. He's worked hard his whole life.
Wait, what?
There's no one else that deserves it harder than this man.
What?
There's no one else that deserves it harder than this man.
No one that deserves it harder than this man?
There's no one else that deserves it harder than this man.
Kind of an insult.
There's no one else that deserves it harder than this man. There's no one else that deserves it harder than this man.
I still don't understand what he's trying to say.
No one else that deserves it harder than this man.
No one deserves it harder than this man.
No one else that deserves it harder than this man. He's worked hard his whole life.
No,
and he deserves every bit of it.
Right, go!
We want to thank all of our community members that always come, that dedicated to the station. They truly believe in luck, and they truly believe that some things are just deserved to be, and hopefully one of the winners...
It's a bad cliche fest, is what's going on.
Truly believe in luck, and they truly believe that...
Which is a really bad cliche. Well, how'd you do it? Well, we just always believed in luck. We thought, well, Joe would be lucky enough to open up this lucky center, and his lucky employees would luck out to work for him, and, well, the lucky customers would then come.
And they truly believe that some things are just deserved to be, and...
some things are just deserved to be.
Some things are just deserved to be.
Yeah, it's a clunky one, I'll tell you. In the cliche book, it's under clunky.
Some things are just deserved to be, and...
Some things are just deserved to be. Can you imagine getting that advice from your mom or your dad? Like, let's say you went out for the football team as a junior in high school, and you made the first round, and then you got cut. and then you go to your dad and you go, hey, Dad, I didn't make the football team.
Some things are just deserved to be.
Well, some things are just deserved to be, young man.
Ouch.
Imagine that. Well, some things are just deserved to be. Well, wait, first of all, Dad, can we get you an English book and maybe a grammar book or something? Can we start, before we talk about football practice, can we ask for your last year of education?
Some things are just deserved to be.
Some things are just deserved to be.
Some things are just deserved to be, and hopefully one of the winners is from our community. And congratulations, and thank you to the lottery system for creating a program where the schools are going to benefit, and a lot of people actually benefit from it. So.
And what?
And a lot of people actually benefit from it. So great program.
And Chewbacca's benefiting from it.
And a lot of people actually benefit from it. So great program. Appreciate it so much.
Thank
Do you
you.
have any idea who it is, and what are we going to do with the $1 million?
Oh, I see. Yeah, the gas station. Joe got $1 million for selling a ticket.
The $1 million.
I'll find out with Laura and let me know. Give me some news in the morning. Do they call you? Yes, they come here before I open. They are here before I open. When they call me, they say, congratulations, you're the winner.
What are we going to do with your bonus check?
I will share it with the family, with whatever I have needed, with my kids, my grandchildren.
And get a fresh book of cliches, maybe. 1995 down at Barnes & Noble. All right, we'll come back and finish up with more of this, guys. Joe sold the winning ticket in Altadena. Congratulations to Joe and his family, man. That's a big night. All right, it's Conway Show. We're live on KFI. More now Crozier in KFI's 24-hour newsroom.
The storm system blowing through California. We'll have some benefits this weekend. Ski season kicks off Friday in Lake Tahoe with at least 2 feet of snow at the resorts. 3 states, including California, Michigan, Vermont, have voted to guarantee abortion rights in their state's constitutions. Kentucky voters said no to a measure creating abortion restrictions. And a new study says the first head-to-head study of meditation versus drugs to treat depression and anxiety showed both work equally as well, with a 30% decrease in anxiety severity. We'll check the 210 freeway next.
Would you like $1,300 off LASIK? Well, it's only for KFI listeners from Dr. Manger at Saddleback Eye Center. Would you like me to give you a certificate for $1,300 off LASIK? Of course you would. Well, I can give away only 10 $1,300 discount certificates to KFI listeners who schedule a free LASIK exam. So you can get $1,300 off. You got to be one of the first 10 callers. And maybe you're farsighted, nearsighted. Maybe you have, I don't know, reading glasses or contacts. And you want that taken care of. You want that fixed. I got the Dr. Manger. I recommend it to everybody. Friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, the whole run. So I have 10 certificates. You can only give away 10, and then they're gone. You're going to save $1,300, and you're also going to schedule a free LASIK exam. Good luck. First 10 win. Here we go. 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444.
Get to a crash in Azusa.
This one's on the 210. It's involving a motorcycle westbound before Citrus. 4 left lanes have been blocked. Delays are loading up, getting away from the 57 freeway. Also in the Santa Fe Springs area, this is the 605 southbound. Coming up on the 5, they've just cleared a stall out of lanes. Delays are still backing up away from Rose Hills. Downtown L.A., 10 westbound, coming up on Maple. That's the right lane that's blocked due to a wreck, and delays are pushing back from the 5. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Merrill, a Bank of America company.
It's Lakers Clippers tonight for the season's first edition of the Hallway Series, which the Clips have dominated the last 2 seasons. U.S. men's national team manager Greg Berhalter announced his World Cup roster, including forward Kellen Acosta, who won the MLS Cup last weekend with LAFC. The Brooklyn Nets elevated interim coach Jacques Vaughn to the full-time role today, following the exit of Steve Nash earlier this month. I'm Frank Aaron.
With Merrill, the bull always has your back. Learn more at ml.com/bullish. Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Spencer & Smith Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, registered investment advisor, member SIPC.
This report is sponsored by personal injury firm Owen Patterson & Owen.
Did you know that there's a time limit set for filing injury claims? injury claims? Don't let time go by. Legal representation could change the direction of your life. Call 888-OPO-WINS at any time to get the help you need. 888-OPO-WINS, and we do. OPOLaw.com.
Have you ever felt depressed about work, only to have your dad be like, why are you so down? So you told him you hate your job, and he said, well, you better talk yourself out of it. And then you thought, I'd love to talk. I could host a podcast. And then you went to Spreaker from iHeart and started a podcast and got good at it. Then monetized it, then quit your boring job and told your dad, thanks for the advice. And he was like, well, that's not what I meant, and I don't understand what a podcast is, but you seem happy, so that's great, kiddo. You ever do that? Well, you could. That's Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker. Ask your dad. You actually don't.
How do you solve your water problems at home without having to choose between undrinkable water or slimy water from a water softener? There is another way. A Light Source whole house water system. Hey, it's Dean Sharp, and I want to tell you about a salt-free water system, the best water system available in Southern California. Light Source Water. Light Source provides the luxury of clean, delicious water from every tap and faucet in your home, handles hard water better than softeners, and does even more by eliminating 99% of chlorine and other contaminants. And unlike a water softener, a Light Source system requires zero maintenance. No filters, no salt, no monthly servicing. They install it, you forget it. And now, for a limited time, purchase a Light Source system without paying a penny for 6 months. No interest, no payments, for 6 months, subject to credit approval. Call 800-803-2696 for a free consultation. That's 800-803-2696 or visit lightsourcewater.com. Light Source. Taste and feel the difference.
I have a hard time focusing, mostly in school. When I struggle with reading, I'll get very frustrated.
Does your child say things like this? It might be a sign of a learning or thinking difference like ADHD or dyslexia. Some kids are wired differently, but all kids can thrive with the right support. At understood.org, we're here to help. Visit understood.org/iHeart. Take our signs and symptoms quiz to find answers and explore solutions.
California, you deserve more. And with United Healthcare, you'll get more. Annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. So call United Healthcare today. With the United Healthcare Medicare Advantage Plan, you get more from your Medicare dollar, now including better-than-ever dental, vision, over-the-counter, and prescription drug coverage. Call United Healthcare at 1-888-CALL-UHC today and speak with a licensed sales agent. Benefit features and their devices vary by plan area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
17 million veterans have served our country. Since 2001, more than 125,000 veterans have died by suicide. Hundreds of thousands more suffer from the invisible wounds of war. It's time to act. Homebase has provided life-saving world-class care to over 30,000 veterans and family members, all at no cost to them, from every state. The time to show your support is now. Donate now. Donate today at homebase.org/iHeart and help our heroes heal. Make a gift. Save a life. The time is now. homebase.org/iHeart.
Did you ever, grow out of a pair of pants? I was so annoyed by it that I was like, oh, these pants don't fit. These pants? I'm going to wear these pants.
Show these pants who's
I'm
boss.
going to show these pants who's boss.
Gary and Shannon.
Which I immediately regretted getting into the car.
Weekdays at 10 a.m. on KFI.
KFI AM at 640. Conway Show, heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. We're covering this chase, this radical chase that happened at the top of the hour. We'll also be looking at the mayor's race tonight, see if we have any closer to announcing who's mayor of the city of Los Angeles. And Katie Porter and Scott Baum locked in a tight race, 47th Congressional District. I think that's Bellevue. I think that's your area. Aren't you in the 47th? Aren't you in Irvine? I think you are, right?
I sure am, Tim.
Yeah, all right. Here's a PSA I'd like to do for people who are victims of crime. Like maybe you had your car or van stolen, and then a news camera comes out and says, hey, can we interview you? Don't think that you can hide the fact that you're riding the white horse. Is my tip. Right? I'm not talking about anyone in particular tonight. I'm just saying, if you're riding a white horse, don't do an interview with the news station, because the news cameras pick that up. So, jump off the white horse, give it a couple days, and then do an interview with the news.
If you are riding the white horse and they ask you for an interview, you might not have the presence of mind to say no.
That's true, right? And the white horse gives you that confidence that you can pull it off.
Right.
And, man, everybody sees it but you. Everybody sees that you're riding the white horse. Wasn't that song? Ride the white horse. Of course, you know that.
We're gonna ride.
Yeah, right?
Ride
the white horse.
Pony.
Ride the white. What was
His name? Laid Back.
Laid Back? Wow. A guy named Laid Back wrote a song about coke? Or heroin? Well, how does that go, Crow? Did you play that? Were you ride the white horse. And that was it. That was
How awesome would that have been if they could just play that in the background when they were talking to him?
or if he rode away on a white horse. That's great, man. And this is the only lyric in the entire song. I dare you to find another lyric.
I think they do change it to like pony at some point.
Okay, but that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
It's for guys who are on the dust. Guys who are on heroin or coke. Come on, here we go. It's a long intro. People can still put their spoons down.
The dead spoons.
They're still getting that credit card out, divvying it up.
We're a quarter of the way down to the song.
Here we go. There we go. Don't ride the white. Oh, don't ride the right horse. Oh, okay. There you go. That's an anti-drug song.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Don't ride the white horse. White horse. Yeah, very similar lyrics. Don't ride the white horse.
Hang on, let me get my pen. I'll write this down.
White horse. White horse. Don't ride the white horse. Please, don't ride that. Please, don't ride that horse. That's it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
And then they'll repeat that over and over. It was very popular in the clubs. Don't ride the white horse. I remember dancing at the club in the bottom of the bottom floor of the Beverly Center. I wasn't on H or I wasn't riding the white horse, but man, I and a lot of guys that were horsing around.
Wasn't that Planet Hollywood?
Oh, whoa! Is that right? Did they say the B word?
I'm gonna go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Oh.
I think they did. Don't be a man if you ride the white horse.
Rich B.
Yeah. Don't be a rich man. If you want to be rich. Oh, rich.
If you want to be rich,
you've got to be rich.
Yeah.